Okay, class. So today we are going to start with a very interesting topic of grammar, that is modals. Fine. So modals are basically a derived word from the word mood. Fine. So if you use the word modal in any of your sentence, that help us to express the mood of action. Whatever action you are doing in the sentence, the usage of modal help us to express the mood. Okay, that what is the intention of yours behind doing any action in the sentence. So this is what we are going to study today. Modal is considered to be the it takes the place of helping verbs also. Fine. At times in the sentence we also call it as the auxiliary verbs. Now basically what we are going to study about today is the first, what actually modals are, what is the structure of the sentence. Like when you are using the modal in a sentence, what is the structure which you are going to follow and how it is used. So here it is. Modals are basically verbs. It is a type of auxiliary verbs that is used to indicate modality, that is the likelihood, ability, permission, possibility, and moreover, if you can take it in a broader way, it expresses your mood. Fine. So the action which you are doing, that action is your ability, or you are asking a permission, or you are showing the possibility of anything. So these things are expressed by the modal verbs. Fine. We also call it as the auxiliary verbs. This is what basically is. Now, class, you can look here. These are the main types of modals. Okay. Can, in the past form, it will become could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, ought to, must, and at times we use have to also. So these are the list of basic modals which we use in any kind of sentence. Now the second thing which we are going to study is the structure. Like when you are applying a modal in any of these sentence, what is going to be the structure of the sentence? Now first you will have the subject of the sentence, which is either a noun or a pronoun, and it generally comes in the beginning of the sentence. Then after the subject, generally in a simple sentence, we get the verb and the object, which you also call it as a predicate. And if you are applying, if you are including a modal into it, the modal verb is going to come before the main verb. Okay. For example, if you want to say, I go to sleep, it is a general declarative sentence where we have a subject, a verb, and the predicate. Fine. And here we are going to put a modal. So you will be placing the modal before the main verb. And the main verb here is go. So it will become, I must go to sleep. So the structure of modal will be subject plus modal plus main verb plus the object. Okay. This is the basic form of the structure of a sentence where a modal is used. Okay. Now, one by one, we are going to talk about different modals and what are the usage of those modals in a sentence. It means what are the possibilities and what are the situations where we use those kinds of modal. So the first modal which we are going to talk today is can. Fine. Now, can first be used to express your ability. Okay, if you are able to do something, like I am able to write, so you can write I can write. I'm able to play a guitar, so I'll say I can play a guitar. So basically the first very use of can is it helps us to show our ability, okay, or the possibility of anything. For example, they can control their own work. So this is the capability of the subject that they can control their own work. Okay. Second thing, we use it as in the negative form for impossibilities. If it is possible, then you will use can. And if it is impossible, you will use can not. We cannot fix it. So here by using cannot or can't, you are showing that the fixing of this particular thing is impossible. So the first use was showing your ability or the possibility of anything. Second, when you apply not to can, it shows the impossibility of anything. Then the third use is asking for permission, okay, in a casual way. Okay, you don't ask a formal permission by using can. Okay, if you're asking a permission from your mother, from your friends, then you can use the informal way, like, can I bring here? Okay, yeah, can I take this? Because when we take a formal permission, we use may. We never use can. Can is used for informal permissions. And the last is we use can to ask, we request also. We use can to request, like, can you help me? Again, it is an informal way of requesting. So can modal is used basically in four forms: ability, possibilities, and with not impossibilities. And then for asking for a permission or request in an informal way. Okay. So these were the use of can. Now moving, can, one of the most commonly used modal in English. We know it is very, very much in use. It can express the ideas of your capacity. Capacity means again that whether you are able to do something or not. Okay. It help you to seek a permission or it help you to request for something. Fine. Some more examples are here. She can speak French for capability. You're showing that yes, she is able to speak French. For asking permission, he can come in now. So again, it is a permission being given by this person. And can you lend me your pen, please? So here you are requesting for a pen. You are asking for a pen by using the modal can. So the example for ability, or you can call it a capability, for permission and for request. Now moving to the past form of can, that is could. Okay, so it again somehow goes in the same way. We use could to take permission, like, could I borrow your dictionary? Again for request. Could you say it again more slowly? Like if you want someone to repeat something, you can say, could you say it again? Okay. I think we could have another tea. Again, it is about the possibility. So the subject is saying that they could have another cup of tea. And for the future abilities, okay, I wish Kendall could meet me next week. So it is a future ability. Fine. Although it's showing the ability only, but it is showing for the future. So we have used here could. He gave up his old job so he could work for us. Okay. So again here ability has been used. So moreover, if we talk about the broader use, can and could is used for basic three things. First is for expressing your ability, your capability. Second, for asking or seeking permission from someone. And third, for requesting. When you need to request for someone in an informal way, we use can or could. Again, it expresses possibility, past abilities, as well as suggestions and requests. This we have done. Some examples again. Extreme rain could cause the river to flood the city. So it's a possibility that if there will be more rain, it may cause a flood to the city. Fine. And if we talk about the ability, John could run very fast. So we are talking that John has the capability to run very fast. Okay. It was when he was very young. Now, a very mostly used modal which we generally use for blessing and for seeking permission is may. Okay. May I have another cup of tea? So here you are asking a polite or formal permission. Okay. Formal permission means when you are taking the permission from someone who is unknown to you or someone who is senior or elder to you. Okay. So when we are taking a formal permission, we use may. Like, for example, when you want to get inside the class, you say, may I come in? Fine. So it is a formal permission. And again, a formal possibility, that is, I may finish my homework. Now, if instead of may I'm using can, again, it is showing the possibility, but with possibility, it is showing the capability also. Fine. But here, I may finish my work is a possibility. Fine. It is most commonly used to express possibility. It can also be used to give or ask for permission. Always remember a formal permission. Okay. Again, some example. Maria may be at school or at home. So it is a possibility. Okay. Nobody is sure. It's a possibility that she may be at school or at home. May he leave the room with me? So again, it's a permission. Fine. And yes, he may leave the room. So here it is, the permission is being given. So it's not only for asking the permission, but to give the permission also, we use may. Fine, class. So today we have done three types of modal. Moving to the fourth one is the past form of may, that is might. Okay. Again, the examples are, your backpack might be under the desk. Again, it's a possibility, a suggestion, or a request. Fine. So, class, today we will be doing these four only, and we'll be continuing with rest type of modals in the next class. Fine.